My highlight is doing the most today. I need to fix this. Since I don't have any more hormone. Take 4. Bleh. Hey guys, so I know that I mentioned in my I'm back video about how much my routine has changed. So I wanted to kind of go over my new routine with you guys and just let you know what I've been loving lately, what I've dropped, what I've gained. There are still aspects of it that have not changed, so those I will go over with you, but let's start with skincare. So before I was on a very gentle routine because I was still dealing with the hormonal acne, which has since cleared up due to the spironolactone. So if you're suffering from hormonal acne, I would highly, highly recommend it. It completely cleared me up and I'm confident and happy in my skin now. So first of all, I started using my Clarisonic again. Don't mind it, it's very dirty. I've had it since like my 19th birthday or whenever they first came out. And with that, I'm using a face wash that's not harsh. I wouldn't call it harsh, but it's definitely stronger than what I was using before. What I was using before was extremely gentle. So I've started using the Clinique Foaming Sonic Facial Soap because it goes well. It's made for the Clinique Sonic face brush, but I am using it with my Clarisonic and I really, really love it. It does not dry me out, but it keeps my oil under control. I also started moisturizing with a plethora of things. I have switched to the First Aid Beauty Repair Cream, which I really love. It's a little bit lighter than the CeraVe that I was using before, and this has done wonders for my skin, especially in Arizona. It offers the hydration without being so heavy and feeling so heavy on my skin. I only do it at night because in the morning I'm still hydrated. And then in my T-zone, because I am in Arizona, it does get pretty hot, especially with summer, which is finally winding down, but it's still like 90 degrees outside. At least it's less than 100, I guess. I've been using the oil absorbing lotion. I don't remember if I mentioned this in my last Get Ready With Me. This is by La Mer. I bought it a while ago. I'm sure it's probably expired. So one of these days I am going to get a new one. It is quite pricey, so one of these days, I guess. So that's what I start with. I do put this on in the morning because it controls the oil in my T-zone all day. So next is my base. I have never been huge on primers. I just felt like they haven't worked for me and that they kind of separate my makeup off my face, and that's extremely frustrating, especially on my nose and in my forehead. But since I've changed my routine, I feel like that's not much of a problem anymore. And I know I'm super late to the game. I was sleeping on this, but I've started using the MAC Strobe Cream. This is in the shade Pink Light, and it really gives me the glow throughout the day. I've been all about the glow lately. I just want to look luminous and dewy and highlighted and strobed and etc. So this has really been amazing. I used to have a sample of it and that's when I started using it, and then I bought the full size, which I believe was $33 on the MAC website. Next, in the same vein with the highlighting, I have started using the Glossier Halo Scope. This is in the shade Quartz, and it not only has a highlight, I hope this is reading on camera. It not only has a highlight in it, but it also has the sort of balm in the middle, so it creates the highlight without looking greasy, but it makes it more, it kind of intensifies the luminosity. I do put this on before foundation, and I love it. I don't have enough good things to say about Glossier. It's incredible, and I'll be doing a brand review on them hopefully sometime next week. Then, in addition, to be super extra, I just got this as a sample the other day from the NARS counter, and it is the Copacabana the Multiple. I put this over the Halo Scope under my foundation. This one's a little bit more hardcore than the Halo Scope is, and it's a different shade. They look pretty similar right now, but they are different, I promise. They're different on the face. Onto concealer, foundation, powder. I still use the NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. I'm obsessed with it. It stays on my face all day. I've never had any issues with it, so go with what you know is good. I've also been, on certain days where I don't wear much makeup, I have been using the Sheer Glow foundation by NARS because I accidentally bought it one time instead of the Luminous, All Day Luminous, and I love it. I went with it. My big beef with it is that it doesn't have a pump, so it's kind of hard to control. I always wind up dumping it all over my hand, and I actually was able to buy a pump for it for $6 at Nordstrom. They have them. So if you're looking for one, get the pump from Nordstrom. Also, I have heard that when you're done with the All Day Luminous, you can wash out the pump and put it in the Sheer Glow. I don't really understand how that's a thing because they're shaped so differently, but apparently it works. So if you don't want to spend the $6, or if you're not by a Nordstrom, if you don't feel like spending $6 on the internet just for a pump to have it sent to you, I would try that. I have not tried it yet, but I intend to. So I feel like I'm a NARS cheerleader right now. I am still using the Radiant Creamy Concealer. It has worked for me. I've switched to the shade Vanilla. Custard was a little bit dark for me. I was using Creme Brulee, but I saw a NARS consultant the other day and everything is too dark. I was tan when I started wearing. Same with the All Day Luminous and the Sheer Glow. I also bought the foundation stick. I believe it's new by NARS, and I like it. It's more of like a swipe it on and forget it type foundation. It's good for any day that I'm going to be busy and don't need to have a full face of makeup. So next, I've been using the translucent crystal powder, the loose version, and I love it. It gives me the luminous glow without that powdery feeling. And it's very lightweight. It is translucent. I haven't really seen how it reads with a flash camera yet because I've had some bad luck with that in the past, even though I'm sure they've improved everything since the last time I tried it. Next on brows, I have been switching between the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Since my hair is so much darker, this is in dark brown. Black was too much. I looked crazy. So I have switched that since I switched my hair color. And I've been also using the Boy Brow by Glossier. The hype for this boy brow is so real. This is another one that I just swipe on my day off, or my day doing nothing, and I don't have to worry about filling in my pencil. This takes 2 seconds. It's really great. I'm in the shade brown, and it has this tiny little, this isn't gonna work, this tiny little brush. I don't even know if you can see it, but you get the gist of it. It's this tiny little brush, and you literally just swipe it on either side, and it fills in a lot of the gaps, so you don't have to worry about the gaps in your eyebrows. Let's see what's next. On to highlight. As I've mentioned, I am a highlight extreme enthusiast, and my highlight regimen is quite intense. So first I do over my bronzer, and then I kind of go back through with some more bronzer to kind of tone it down a little bit because it can get quite intense, especially for every day. Since I'm filming, I'm like way more highlighted than normal. But this is the Laura Mercier Face Illuminating Powder in Addiction. Look at how beautiful this is. It is so gorgeous. It's a gold color. They have a few different shades. I have not tried the other shades yet, but I feel that this looks really good, especially for the summer. It's like a bronzy gold. It goes great under and over my bronzer. And then I also have been using my old trusty MAC Soft and Gentle. This is a little bit more sparkly than the Laura Mercier. That's more like metallic sheen type thing. And I'm sure if you've been highlighting, you have used or heard about this Soft and Gentle. I actually bought one about a year ago and immediately dropped it and it shattered and I was devastated. I was using the champagne pop for a long time, and when I ran out, I did switch to the Soft and Gentle, but I did just order some of it, and it should be here tomorrow. I also have switched up my bronzer, and I've been using the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in Golden Light. I'm not a big glittery bronze person, so I like the matte bronze, and I feel that this is a really good shade for me. There's a ton of other shades. Last time I hit pan on this, I was devastated. But it just gives me a really nice, like, warmed up glow without it being stripy. It's very even. I use it with the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush. That's a mouthful. That I've had forever since I've worked for Bobbi Brown. I don't use anything else for my bronzer. And it's getting a little tuckered, but that's okay. I cannot part with it. As for the blush, you guys cannot judge me because I've had this blush for probably 10 years. I desperately need a new one. I have been using the NARS Orgasm, the trusty Orgasm blush. And it's nice because I kind of sweep it and it goes through. I normally don't like glittery blush, but this has more of a sheen to it, like a metallic goldy coral almost sheen to it. So I have been using that. Like, look at this. My mirror comes off. That's how old it is, and I need a new one. So that's blush. I have been using 2 beauty blenders. I use one for foundation and concealer. I use one, sorry, they're so dirty. I need to clean them. One for foundation and concealer and one for powder. This one I get wet and then I let it dry a little bit and then I get it wet again with Fix Plus. I spray the Fix Plus on it and I feel that it really packs my powder on without caking it on. That is actually a trick I learned from Kylie Jenner. So once that's all done, I move on to my setting sprays because I learned from Tati that you do the setting sprays before the mascara. I use 3 because I'm extra. On a daily basis, I use 2, but if I have big plans or I'm filming or I need a good Instagram photo, I use 3. So first, I do the all-nighter, the Urban Decay all-nighter, which is like Old Faithful. I've been using it since high school. It locks all my makeup in all day, and it's been good to me, so I'm good to it, and I keep buying it. I keep one in my purse. I have one in my car, and I have one at home for my everyday makeup. Next, I have been using Fix Plus because sometimes the Urban Decay gives me more of a matte finish, which I am so not into anymore. I'm all about the glow. So then I do the MAC Fix Plus, mostly just concentrating in this area because I don't necessarily mind if this area is matte. I do use a little bit of highlight and concealer on my chin just to kind of give it a little bit more luminosity. And then when I'm feeling extra crazy and want to be very extremely luminous, I am still using the Tatcha Luminous Skin Mist. I've repurchased this so many times. Last time I was at Sephora, I asked them if it came in a bigger size because I'm obsessed with it. It smells good. It feels good on the skin. It really gives you a glow, like almost dewy halo type finish. And I asked them if I could buy this in a gallon jug because I'm so in love with it. I would pay for the gallon jug 10 times over. So next I move on to eyes. I don't do shadow often. It's kind of labor intensive. I am a mom, but since I haven't been working, I've been obsessed with lashes. These are the Ardell Wispies. I've been really into the Demi Wispies lately. That's what I was wearing in my last video. I've been loving the clear band falsies because I feel that they blend more with your lashes and they don't look as crazy. I have tried out the Cocoa lashes. They're upside down. But these are in Maryland, and these have the band on them, and I just can't, I don't know if it's because I can't put them on correctly, or they feel too heavy on my eyes, but they have the like actual band in them, and I can't do it. I can't do it. It like hurts the inner corner of my eye, and those are not everyday lashes. I also have tried the Queen Bee Cocoa Lashes, and I do love them. I feel that I would like them better if somebody else put them on me. So finally, to finish it off, mascara is the most important part of my routine. If I was stranded on a desert island, I would only bring mascara. So I still use Dior Show. I've used it since I was 15, 16. Ever since I was able to drive myself to Sephora, I have used this. It is available at Ulta now, which is really nice because they never had it before. And then the other day I did purchase the Dior Show Pump and Volume. This is the new one from Dior. I was very skeptical. I thought it was going to give me spider lashes. So I start with the base of the Dior Show, the regular one. And then this one is pretty cool. It has a pump in the tube. So what you do is you take the tube out, you just unscrew it, you pump 3 times, and then it's good to go. So this one does have a different brush than the Dior Show. I don't know if it's necessarily reading, but it's more silicone and spiky, which I like, especially when I'm wearing falsies, because it's a little bit too much for everyday life. A couple more things that I'm loving right now are the Charlotte Tilbury glosses. This one is in Candy Darling, which it's really pretty. And it's nice when you just want more of like a natural pink. It's not super pigmented, but it's really pretty, and I feel that it really sits well on the skin. It's not sticky. It's really nice. And then my all-time favorite colored gloss by Charlotte Tilbury is High Society, and it's one of those like My Lips But Better colors, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not sparkly, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. And it right there, and it just gives such a pretty like flush and a natural flush My Lips But Better type situation. And then my number one all-time favorite gloss right now that I can swipe on and be done with it for a few hours is, again, the Glossier, the lip gloss. It has taken them so long to formulate this gloss, and it was so worth the wait. It's shiny, it's not sticky, it looks great on everybody. It's super, like, I can't get over how shiny it is without being sticky. Because when I think of clear glosses, I think of the Lancome Juicy Tubes that I used to use in high school that were like so goopy. I would close my mouth and open them, and it was like strings of gloss between my lips. Those were simpler times. And then finally, I swear this is my last product. I have re-fallen in love with the Bobbi Brown lip balm. This one is extremely well loved. I've had it for a long time. I keep one in the house, I keep one in my purse. I don't keep one in the car because it does melt. So I'm obsessed with it. I keep one on my nightstand, I keep one in my makeup bag. I can't get enough of it. So that is my updated beauty routine. I do have more coming for you. I will be filming more next week, and later this week, maybe even over the weekend, I'm gonna start off with the Glossier brand review, and then I'm gonna review, like, compare and contrast after this weekend because I need to exchange a couple colors of the NARS foundation. I will have a comparison of all of the NARS foundations, the Sheer Glow, the All Day Luminous, and the new stick foundation. Those are the 3 that I do have. So that's going to be coming next week, and then another one that's coming next week is going to be the fall favorites and the fall trends. Even though it's 90 degrees outside, I'm so excited for dark lips. I'm so excited for Halloween. I'm so excited for Uggs and sweaters. Even in Arizona, people wear Uggs, and I'm all about it. So also, I have to mention pumpkin spice lattes. I was trying to hold out till October, but that just didn't work for me. So I finally got myself a pumpkin spice latte. It was as glorious as I remember it. And now, to tone down on the calories, I have been doing just the black coffee with pumpkin spice and a splash of almond milk, and it's just as good without making me feel like I'm drinking 50,000 calories. One of these days I will do like a my diet type situation where I go through what I eat in a day. I call myself a part-time vegan. I try to choose meatless vegan options as much as possible, but living with a husband that eats meat, it's not always viable, and he sometimes says that the vegan meals are too girly for him and they don't fill him up. So I try to be vegan. I try to do it as much as possible. I've had a very, very healthy lifestyle. I've lost a bunch of weight, and I want to show you guys how I did it because it's been a big part of my life for the past year. So let me know below if you have any questions. I will link everything that I've mentioned in the description box. Also, I would love, love, love it if you liked and subscribed, and I promise to keep up the content this time because last time was a complete failure. But I love you guys, and I hope to see you in my next video.